I welcome you all for the second day sessions of Nitya Kriya Yoga. Please be seated. Siti is sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, Isleworth, London, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram. The city is sitting with us. I'll call out your names for audio check. Oklahoma, Somanatham. Okay, great. New York, Varanasi. Los Angeles, Arunachalam. Toronto, Kailasam. Singapore, Singapuram. San Jose, Madurai. San Jose, Madurai. They are not able to hear. Yes. Charlotte, Srisailam. Oman, Sivagangai. Phoenix, Kanchipuram. Atlanta, Ujjaini. Ohio, Prayag. Seattle, Chidambaram. Chicago, Srirangam. Isleworth, London. Guadalupe, Rameshwaram. Calgary, Amarnath. London, Kashi. Washington, D.C., Sripuram. San Diego, Tiruvalavai. Auckland, New Zealand. Vancouver, Puri. Monterrey, Mexico. Yes. So I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today we will work on the important layer of your life, pain. Most mysterious and mystical subject. Which is not there, but which tortures your life continuously. Please listen. In Sanskrit, we have a very beautiful word, yama, means which does not have existence, but which constantly gives you suffering, is yama, maya. Ya, ma, iti, maya. Which is not there in real existence, but which constantly gives you suffering, is Maya. Pain is one of the most fundamental thought pattern which makes you inauthentic, which makes you non-integrated, which makes you afraid of responsibility, irresponsible, which makes you selfish. I welcome the cities joining now. Houston, Kalahasti. You are able to hear? Yes. Washington, D.C., Sripuram. Yes, great. I welcome you all. London, Kashi. Monterrey, Mexico. Yes. Thank you for Calgary, Amarnath. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Seattle, Chidambaram. Welcome. Great. Pain is one of the most fundamental thought pattern in you. You have to know how did the pain enter in your system. All right. Please listen. How the pain entered into your system as a pattern. Long before, long ago, once upon a time, everything was well for you, in the cozy, warm bed of water. You had automatic food supply, automatic air supply, great background music. Tuck, tuck, tuck. All was well, cozy, warm, safe in your mother's womb. There was sudden tsunami. Your cozy waterbed shattered. You were violently pushed out of your cozy home. You were forced into narrow path, way which was certainly created by someone who never had to go through himself or herself. It was so painful, but you had no choice. You kept getting pushed harder and harder, and then suddenly, when you come out and settle down, a pair of rough hands turns you upside down and slaps you on your wrong place, welcoming you in the world. And you express your first expression ever in your life, the deep cry with the deep pain and despair. Please understand, such an unfortunate thing. Your first expression is deep pain and despair. Right from that moment, you get the very first thought of your life. Life is dangerous. You are unsafe. Please listen. This is the last pattern I broke before enlightenment. Even an incarnation who consciously landed in the body, listen, with integrity and authenticity I am telling you, I landed into the body consciously. But even I had a slight memory of this pain. Then I am 100% sure this is the strongest pattern you all are carrying. In my life, I do not know anything called pain, even when I had a fracture. Even when I had a fracture, there was never no pain. Morning 7 o'clock I had fracture, 2:30 I had surgery. Till then, no pain, no painkiller, no anesthesia. The person who lives painless, even for me, the memory of the birth pain was there. I have to cut that to become enlightened. So listen, it means for all of you, this is the first root thought pattern. Life is unsafe, dangerous. This is where the primordial fear and pain of your life began. So the first survival mechanism that you naturally adopt is to be prepared to receive life with caution and be careful. Stemming right from this very first moment of your life, unfortunately, most of your thinking trends are negative by nature because constantly you think you have to protect you. By nature, you are hardwired for bliss, but your mind reverses this and conditions you for pain taking off right from the moment you are born. Sometimes you even enjoy the pain in your life. Ramakrishna gives the example, beautiful example. A dog which tries to bite the dry bone. When the bleeding happens from its own teeth, listen, when the dog is biting the dry bone, when blood comes from its own teeth, dog thinks the blood is coming from the bone, not from his own mouth, and enjoys it. Same way, secretly you enjoy the pain because you are habituated to that pattern. When you are not in integrity with your body and mind, not authentic with your body and mind and consciousness, what you experience is pain. Please listen. When you are not in integrity with your body mind, authentic with your body mind, and consciousness, not responsible for the life energy you are, what you experience is pain. Only when you are irresponsible, you will waste your life in pain. People who live in pain don't need sympathy, they need treatment. When people come to me and show they are very poor and pained, they expect me to show sympathy. No, you need treatment, not sympathy. Because many times you use pain to attract sympathy. I tell you, people who are in pain are the most cunning human beings I've ever seen. Because it is supported, encouraged by them. To encourage the pain, you need a complete perverted cunning logic. And slowly, for various reasons, they build that logic and retain the pain continuously in their being. There are millions of methods you can walk out of pain just like that. I tell you, only to retain the pain, you need to work more. Philadelphia, welcome. Welcome. New Jersey, welcome. I can see you guys now. Great. Vancouver, Puri, I can see you guys. San Diego, Tirualabai, I can see you guys. All right. Listen. When the irresponsibility settles in your biomemory and muscle memory, you experience pain in your body and mind. Start enriching yourself and others. Simply irresponsibility will disappear. Please listen. Now I am going to help you, guide you into a process to take out the painful muscle memory and biomemory out of your system. But if you want that to be broken once for all in your being, start enriching others. You will break the biomemory of irresponsibility. Opposite of irresponsibility is enriching. Antidote for irresponsibility is enriching. Enriching takes you away from the enriching, destroys the karmas you created by irresponsibility even in the past. Listen. When you take responsibility now, in future you become responsible. What about the past irresponsibilities you created? Only enriching destroys the past karma of irresponsibility. Only enriching destroys the old karma of irresponsibility. I tell you, move towards others' pain, healing others' pain, your pain will disappear. Move towards healing others' pain, your pain will disappear. Now, I'll guide you into a very unique process. Maybe for the first time you are going to write the story of yourself. Please give the paper. Volunteers, all volunteers all over the world, please distribute the next worksheet, exercise sheet. Distribute. Go back to the earliest memory of your life. Start penning down all the unpleasant incidents of your life as if you are writing your own history. I tell you, everything you remember will have unpleasantness. If there's no unpleasantness, you won't remember. Relive each incident and write it down briefly. Do not censor anything. Do not avoid any incident. Write each and every incident. Okay? So I'll give you 2 hours. We will have to finish this in next 2 hours. Because after that we have a elaborate process. A strong process. So I give you guys 2 hours. Let's start. Please start penning down. You have to relive every incident and pen down.